Good afternoon. We're at 12 noon, almost. Who's ready to move with me today? Who's ready for a bit of pre-lunch movement snack? Is this your movement snack before you've earned your lunch? Is this your first or second movement snack of the day? Whichever, it doesn't matter. The point is, you're here, you're ready to move, you're ready to use a bit of energy, learn a bit about your body a little bit more than you have been doing over the past few weeks or months, and to start making those positive changes to your health, your well-being. We're all a friendly bunch, aren't we? We've got a great community of people here on Make Movement Your Mission. So it doesn't matter where your starting point is. Your starting point is the fact that you're here now and you're having a look at this noontime movement clip. So if you're playing catch up, doesn't matter. This is just as good as a live. You can just skim across the preamble blurby bit that we're in now so that you can get straight on with the movement snack. Alternatively, stick with us, put a message up to say hi, tell us where you're coming in from today, and if you'd like to share how you've been feeling, how the movement mission has been working for you, then please do. We are always thrilled and very welcoming of any messages from you letting us know how you've been feeling, how you've been doing. It's all really smiley face stuff for us. So Chris Perry's in, Mrs P, Diana's in, Carol's in. So we've got Scotland, Somerset and Dufferin, Wales. Oh, my mate Kate's here from Leicestershire. Susanna's in. Where are you, Susanna? Dundee? Crowbarred in something on my shoe. Uh-oh, is that bad? Or is it good? Is it a movement? Or is it something else that you've stepped in whilst you've been out walking? We need more information, Susanna. So we've got a few over your shoulder strengtheners in today's session. So we'll be looking at the muscles and the areas that you can see me in the middle rounding over. So upper back, lower back is going to get targeted today. Yes, Susanna, Dundee, gotcha. Dagenham's in. And we're going to be looking at the core as well. So these muscles around your centre that they're in layers, and we'll target some of those with a familiar pattern of movement, so twists, bends, but with a slightly different slant today. So you should be able to feel some different sensations than you would be feeling when you're going through these movement patterns in the warm-up session in the mornings. That's been with Bex this week, hasn't it? Margaret, that conversation really made me laugh yesterday. If you're wondering what I'm talking about, Margaret and I had quite a few funny exchanges in yesterday's messages for the 12 noon. She went to get some fish food, but I read it and thought of it as she went to the fish market. Then I asked her what was for tea, and she said pork. And I was like, why are you eating pork when you've just been to the fresh fish market? And then it turns out that it was fish food. Not fresh fish from the fish market. So note to self, try not to skim read. And you might get the gist of the conversation a little bit. But it was quite amusing, I thought, anyway. Right, are the collective in? Is that just the one of you? Or do we have all three in attendance with us? Port Talbot. Both of the Port Talbot Gillians are in, I think. So we have the full crew there as well. O'Deal's in from Cambridgeshire. Vivian's here. Where are you, Vivian? Oh, I can't think. Gillian got carried away in the garden practicing new craft. Ooh, interesting. We need pictures. We need pictures of that, because I've never heard of that word before. Pyrography. Pyography? Pyography? I'm not sure. Enlighten me. Right, who's got the time then, everybody? Are we at a 3, 2, 1 point yet? Hang on, I did have my laptop around, but no, it switched itself off. So are we about ready for a 3, 2, 1, or am I peaking a little bit earlier? Bolton, Vivian, thank you. the Bolton pair, you and your son. Right, do you know what? I'm just going to call it. I'm going to call the 3, 2, 1. So, are you ready? Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Good afternoon, everyone. My name's Kelsey Leverton from Later Life Training, and coming from a rather warm and pleasant Leicestershire countryside today. It's Tuesday, the 23rd of June, and we have got some strengtheners in store for you today. These are what I call your over-the-shoulder strengtheners. I thought I was going to call them the backside strengtheners, but then I thought you'd get the wrong gist. Anyway, let's get circulation boosting. So, seated or standing, think about your posture as you prepare to move. So, just a moment spent on posture is a moment well spent. Consider whether you need your support close to you, either holding on or not holding on, but the support there for you anyway. Standing up tall through the legs, standing or sitting up tall through your middle. Shoulders, just give them a little circle round, back and down. The muscles in the upper back are going to get worked in a few minutes, but just brace those muscles in the upper back, lengthen through your neck, and cue circulation boosting. Foot pedaling to begin with, if that feels okay for you. Keep going. I'm just swiping the comments to the side. Seated or standing, exactly the same here. Trying to get the fullest possible range of motion from your ankles. We've got some knee joints moving here as well. And in the chair, more so ankles, feet and toes and hips. If you're ready, you want to bring that into a leg march, lifting and clearing the feet away from the floor. Now, as you know, I'll just be skipping between 1 or 2 different positions so I can show a different angle of the movement that's going on. And with each switch and change of position, you don't have to, you can stay exactly where you are. If at any point you feel like you can move into standing, or you feel like you need to come into a seated position to continue, then do as feels right for you. Take a pause with the legs. We're going to get the arms moving, so that might be a 1-arm swing to begin with, because you'd prefer to either hold on to the chair or prefer to hold on to your work surface, cabinet, door frame, wall, whatever it may be. Swinging from the shoulders. At some point, give it a change sides, so we're trying to work as equally or as even through right side, left side as we possibly can. Alright, if you feel like you can get the legs started, you might want to stop the arms first, start the legs, then put the arms in. Sometimes if we've got top half moving and the bottom half still, and we want to get the bottom half moving, then sometimes that can be a bit of a coordination challenge, as well as a bit of a balance challenge as well. So just be aware of that and do what you need to do to make that transition smooth, comfortable and confident for yourself. Right, we'll just do a few more seconds here and just start to bring it down. Take a pause. Just pop your arms by your side of you. If you need to hold on, that's fine, or alternatively just sit your hips against whatever's behind you. Just do a couple of shoulder lifts and a couple of shoulder circles, just to get into that joint. Those joints, should I say. There's 2 of them, isn't there? Right, have you got with you a stretchy thing? So my stretchy thing is a pair of tights that have stretched over time. Got a bit of lycra in it. If you haven't got anything quite with lycra in, then it doesn't matter. Sometimes an old t-shirt or a or a football sock or something like that might be better for you to use. So let me just think about my chair position. So those of you in standing, if you'd like to come and join us in a seated position, controlling through the legs, soft landing at the bottom and on your bottom, we're going to do the upper back strengthener. So palms upwards, take a scoop of the band or whatever you're holding. Now, can you see that? Only a couple of inches between your little pinkies there. This is, with the shoulders sat back and down, a pull. If you want to just do a couple of those to begin with, elbows are tucked into your side, and what I'm doing there is pulling out wide, and you might feel that round the back of your shoulder and actually into that joint. Have a go at one more, and then the next one, I'm just going to come down onto the side here to show the motion of the elbows. Pulling out, sliding the elbows back, squeezing and pinching the shoulder blades together. Take a pause there for a moment and then release. Take another go at that. Pull, strong pull, elbows go back, and you can see there that they're still tucked in. Now, the hands are aiming for the hip bones, and your band should just cross about your waistband or tummy button level. To get an extra bit of strengthening out of this move, the shoulder blades pinch back and squeeze together. Just before, hold for a second and then release. Take a pause, switch everything off if you need to, and then sit back up into your adjusted posture before you take another go at that. Now, you should really start to feel this, maybe in the back of your arms a touch, around the rear of the shoulder and into that joint as well, and certainly across your shoulder blades as well, and upper back. Try and keep the shoulders pressed down so that we're not creating tension. And take a pause there. So you might want to do a few more of these later on. I've just crowbarred a crowbar opportunity for you. See how you feel with it. And it's okay with these movements when we're focusing on strength to actually get tired in the muscles. Okay? We're going to develop strength if the muscles have got challenged there. Okay, so our next movement. Now, you might not see a great deal here, but what I'd like you to do is think about where your belly button is. Fingertips, find your hip bones. Push your fingertips into your tummy and cough. Now, you should have felt that muscle tighten twice if you did a double cough there. That's the muscle that we're going to take control of now, and this will help to strengthen all around your centre. Some of you might feel it into the back, that's normal, so don't worry if you feel like an aching sensation into your lower back area. To do this movement then, if you want, hover your hand over your tummy button and pull the belly button in, but try not to breathe in or hold your breath. So it's a brace of those muscles rather than sucking everything in, tensing, stopping breathing and all of that business. It's just a brace. You shouldn't really, people around you shouldn't really know that you've switched on those muscles. It's quite subtle and discreet. Hold it there, a few seconds, ease it off. Have a go again. So your bum muscles shouldn't be getting involved. Leave them relaxed. Pulling the tummy button in. Feeling it all around the centre part of your body, and then relax. Okay, add it in this time. Straighten your arms and wrapping the fingertips just around your kneecaps. So we're going to come up with the posture like we do in our back extension in the morning routine. So it's like somebody's got you here, lengthening you up. Try and pull your belly button in and take an arch backwards and then recover. Okay, so the hands remain at knee level, up, up, up with your posture, belly button to spine. That might feel a bit different now. Chin down so that you're looking ahead, and then we've got a tilt back, an extension and a tilt back with your back. Have a go at that again. If it helps, pull the belly button in first, then lengthen up, then add the tilt back while still lifting and lengthening. Take a couple more of those. So you may well feel this a little bit more so in your lower back area. And I think lower back can be one of those areas where people get some grumbles and some discomforts. So this gives you an excellent movement to start to home in on that area, to give it a little bit of challenge, but it's bearable, and targeting some key postural muscles, those around your abdomen and into the lower back as well. Take a pause there. All right. So we're kind of replicating some of the familiar moves that you've been doing week in, week out now in the morning routine. And we're going to continue on with that theme with this next one. So there is, once again, a bit more focus around engaging your muscles around the middle. So the movements that we're going to use here will be a side bend, a pause in the middle, and if you want to just get along with a couple of these to begin with a pause in the middle. These can be done in standing as well, just with that wider foot placement that you've been focusing on in the morning routines. Your support may well be in front of you at this point, into a side bend. So what we're using this for in the warm-up routine is to mobilise more so than anything else. Although you might need a bit of strength to recover, and you might feel a bit of a stretch down one side as you go through the movement. We're going to add a little bit of more strength and control to this movement. So feet are flat in seated or standing. Standing, as I say, might be a little bit wider. Pulling up through your middle, keeping your weight even over your bottom or even over your feet. Belly button, just pull it in first, gently brace, gently, we don't do anything gentle around here, do we? Purposefully brace that area. Now, take a bend to the side. Pull the tummy button in as you recover. If you need to switch everything off in between and just take a pause, that's fine. But then lengthen back up, pull the belly button in, bracing your muscles and then leaning over to the other side. Pull in as you recover. So we're using these muscles differently than regularly, differently than we normally do, should I say. In standing, we'll be looking like this. So knees, lock off the knees. If you've got your support in front of you, pull in, brace, keep breathing, and then pull in as you recover, changing sides, posture checking just in the middle. Pull in. So sometimes that can feel quite a lot. I can feel that quite a lot around the waist area, around the lower tummy area, and a little bit into the back as well. So keep going, do a couple more of those if that feels okay for you. Just with that little bit of extra focus on pulling the belly button in, engaging those muscles a little bit more so than we've been focusing on in the morning routines. So any twisting, bending, positionings are very important for our daily function, whether you're in seated or in standing. Our arms are required to move around, twisting and bending actions. Strengthening for the muscles over the back. These are the muscles, so your upper back, rear shoulder, lower back muscles are key to postural changes and the maintenance of those postural changes, and they are key muscles that tend to end up through postural changes that tend to end up a bit longer and get some weakness within them as well. So, purposeful, functional movements focused on strength today. So lots of different movements that you're familiar with, but given a slightly different target and aim. There you have it. With any of these strength-based movements, if you work into a level where your muscles are feeling challenged, then that's great. We're on the right track there with how it should be feeling, what a normal response to strengthening is. And over time, things will start to improve for you. So take a little practice at one or two of those as you move through today. There are going to be times when you are bending, tilting, reaching for stuff, and just take a moment to pull these muscles in the centre, engage them, and then recover from whatever you've just done. Crowbar-inable, if that's even a word. It is now. Anyway, people, love you and leave you. Have a good afternoon. Take a crowbar every now and again, and let us know how those movements were feeling for you. Any questions? Throw them in my direction. Take care, everyone. Dave's with you at 4.